SSB modulation method using complex calculations by math, PSN type SSB modulation. An IQ quadrature modulator can be used to generate radio frequency voltage for SSB modulation. But if the functional process, multiplication and addition, etc., is implemented as a program operation in the CPU, audio frequency signals can be input to the AD converter. Complex numerical calculations are performed by the CPU or DSP, and the calculated numerical value is output to the D/A converter. And the high-frequency radio wave voltages of the USB wave and LSB wave can be directly generated. Video explanation. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=z0vq_qqp5ta. As shown in these calculation processes. The USB voltage in the real part and the LSB voltage in the imaginary part are each calculated by numerical calculations in the program. So all we have to do is simply output those numerical values to the D/A converter. To generate SSB modulated waves using this method, an IQ modulator can be used. But by replacing this function with programmed numerical calculations, the carrier leakage and sideband leakage that occur due to gain error and phase error for the I and Q phases of the IQ modulator are theoretically eliminated, which is a very good advantage. We can completely deny the preconceived notion, based on past educational errors, that imaginary numbers do not exist, which disturbs to understand the complex number arithmetic operations. Also, for many years, probably since the 1950s, the PSN method for SSB modulation was attractive because it is not necessary to have a crystal filter. But the benefits of this analog circuit implementation method may be diminishing in modern technology, both in industry and in engineering. On the other hand, in the multiplier plus I, filter configuration, the bandpass filter function of the crystal filter can be realized by programmed numerical calculations using a microcomputer. Without the heavy efforts of calculating the 90-degree phase shift function or Hilbert transform, which are essential for the PSN method, and SSB waves can be generated. Issues and solutions. As a conventional technology, I have heard that traditional analog circuits for SSB modulators using the AFPSN method have been used since around the 1950s. However, at the current time, SSB signal processing using this method has serious problems, such as leakage of reverse sideband signals and leakage of weak carrier signals through analog multipliers such as ring mixers and Gilbert cell multipliers. Numerical calculation modulation methods using digital signal calculations by programs on CPUs or DSPs almost completely solve these problems. This video showed the basic principles of these numerical calculation modulation methods using CPU or DSP calculations for complex numbers.